Namaste to everybody. May I please request that everybody come in, settle down and be seated. Thank you again for all taking the time out of your day to be here with us today to bid our Nana farewell on his last journey. I'm going to ask Bhakti Sangeet to lead us into prayer.
Could you all please rise?
youngest of Nana's grandchildren, to please come join me in prayer. As many of you would remember, and it feels like it was not so long ago, we celebrated my Nana's 70th birthday, and how the decade has just passed, and we now sit 13 years down the line. But one of the messages we shared with him on that 70th milestone birthday, we just would like to share with all of you and with him as we wish him farewell. Imagine if I was given one moment, just a single slice of my past. I could hold it close forever, and that moment would always last.
I put the moment in the safe of my heart's abode. I could open it when I wanted, and only I would know the code.
I could choose a time of laughing, a time of happiness and fun. I could choose a time that tied me through everything I've done.
I sat and thought about what moments would make me always smile. One that would always push me to walk that extra mile.
If I'm feeling sad and low, if I'm struggling with what to do, I can go and open my little safe and watch my moment through.
There are moments that I can think of that would lift my spirits every time. The moments when you picked me up when the road was hard to climb.
For me to only pick one moment to cherish, save and keep, is proving really difficult as I've gathered up a heap.
I dug deep inside my heart, found the safe, and looked inside. There was a room for lots of memories, in fact, hundreds of tracks.
I'm building my own little library embedded in my heart for all the moments spent with you before you have to part.
I can open it up whenever I like. Pick a moment and watch it through. My little library acts as I promise I will never forget you.
राधा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे राधा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे श्यामा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे श्यामा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे ब्रह्मा भी बोले राधे विष्णु भी बोले 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 राधे शंकर के डमरू से आवाज आवे राधे राधे शंकर के डमरू से आवाज राधे
I would like to call my Nana's second child, my mom, Mila, to please come up to share some of her fond memories of Nana with me and all of you. Dad, on 17 January 1941, another little boy, the fourth of 11 children, left the home of the Lutchmee Narain Hungary and Jasoda Jabor family. He was actually named Devan, which then changed to the Devan when it was loose. Dev means piously faithful, and Anand, being another name for Lord Shiva, has been aptly chosen for my father because Dad followed the philosophy of Rajyoga. We are truly blessed that his life's journey led him to marry our mother, Malvi Sudat Singh, thereby making him our dad. His friends knew him as V, others as Dedabhai, and his students as Mr. Lutchmee Narain. Let's go on a journey. Flashback, 1945. And this little boy begins his academic journey at the school in December. My dad was an academic genius, and he was double promoted twice, and he ended up being in the very same class as his elder sisters, a fact that he never let us forget. Sadly, tragedy strikes. At the age of just 8 or 9, my father, Mr. Vedanand Lutchmee Narain, lost his own dad. The memory of his father asking for water and him peeping around the doorway was etched in his memory, and he told us the story, his very own children, quite often. Sadly, hardship struck, and it was a long and difficult journey upon the loss of my father's very own dad. And when my dad, the Devani, traversed his journey through his primary school years and his secondary school. His intellectual genius led him to wanting to be a medical doctor, but being a teacher was the next viable financial option. And like everything that he did, my father forged on with utter dedication. He completed his B.Ed degree in the Big Four: zoology, botany, chemistry, and anthropology. Traveling diligently to Salisbury, Indian Island for 4 years at the University College for Indians.
He completed his B.Ed honors and began his momentous career as a teacher. My dad spoke lovingly of his two sisters, Dolly Kua and Punita Kua, who housed him and took care of him during his student days. And for this, my mother and us are forever grateful. Dad went on to teach at numerous schools, blazing a trail of academic prowess. He became the head of Department of Sciences and then escalated to the position of principalship. First at Dogwood Primary, and then completed his career as principal at Shakaswal Secondary. Moving from a level 1 educator to a head of department as quickly as he did, and then escalating to that portfolio of principal, was a mark of his uniqueness in the teaching profession. He retired from Shakaswal Secondary in 1997. My dad was offered the position of Superintendent of Sciences on numerous occasions, but did not take up the position because he did not want to leave his family behind for extended periods of time. He represented the Indian Department of Education at a teacher development conference in the Orange Free State during the times of apartheid, and knew firsthand about the travel permits and restrictions placed upon non-whites. I firmly think that it may be because he looked definitely like Mr. P.W. Botha that he may have got some preferential treatment there in the state. Dad, being the loving, generous individual that he was, ensured that all his 3 children were well educated. He took on also the responsibility of guiding and caring for his sisters-in-law and many of my own cousins who lived at our home and traveled to school or tertiary institution from there. My dad struggled on a single salary, but he built an amazing home for us in Watsonia, a mansion really, that still stands strong and proud. Most of it still remains in its original form. He loved it and cared for it like his temple, as he often called it. In his last few years, it was very difficult to get Dad to leave the house that he loved so much. Even when we asked him to consider selling up at some time, he refused because that was his life and blood and effort, his home. Dad's next love, apart from his family, was undoubtedly religion and philosophy. He read various religious texts and summarized them. If you step into his little office come our prayer room, there's a filing cabinet there full of Dad's summaries of every single thing that he ever read. We are proud to say that he has passed on some of these summaries to us and our children. He regaled us with theories of the teachings of saints and sages. Dad, as Jack Musa said earlier on, was an all-rounder. He was an excellent mechanic and could take an entire car apart and put it together. He taught us, even his girls, all about spanners, about grease, about rubbing down a motor vehicle body, about filling it and spray painting it. We spent many happy hours rolling on his little rollerboard, passing him his spanners, and taking joy in wiping them and resetting them as they should be. His home rang with the peals of laughter from us, and to the many cousins who who packed up every weekend to revel in the flavors of my mother's cooking and fresh home-baked bread. Our home was always flowing in abundance. Dad ensured that we were dressed the very best and that we ate the very best on a single salary. And it came to us as quite a shock. It came to me as quite a shock when I reached university. And I remembered how I was brought to the harsh reality that we were actually just middle class. And that my father was middle class. But he ensured that his children had everything of the best. He taught us that the path to moksha was to live our religion, to put teaching into practice. My dad was a man whose heart was full of generosity and care. His humility knew no bounds and no boundaries. Even in his old age, he did for others. Dad was our pillar, our strength. He transported our children to and from school right up to the last few years ago when he fell ill. Even in his illness, he would take the time to find out if our children were well, if they had reached school safe, if there was somebody to fetch them and bring them home. Dad did our errands. He changed our tires. He bought our licenses. He cared for and loved our children. My dad drove my little girl down from Lutchmee, a 12-hour drive, when she was born and no airline would take her. He grew her, along with my mother, my brother, and my sister, into a healthy infant and ensured that she survived. Our children, Upasana Vedanta, Yashta, Sonal, Sanam Aditi, Vidur, and Shivam Aditya are whom they are today because of my dad and my mom. We are because they are. My dad embraced his sons-in-law, his daughter-in-law, and his grandsons-in-law as his very own. There was never a day when they felt the difference of not being biologically part of our family unit. Dad, we know that you struggled for a while. When on Monday you told me, "Beta, I'll see you on Wednesday," you didn't tell me that you will see me so that we have to let you go. We are proud to have called you our Father. We pray that we are born again to you and our Mother Malvi for our next births, because nobody could have given us better than you did. To our Mother Malvi, I want to say thank you, Mom, for all that you did for Dad. You cajoled him, you scolded him, you nursed him, and you cared for him, wanting him to be back and to be the independent person that he was. But you ensured that he was never stripped of his dignity. For years, you refused to let us get a caregiver because you wanted to care for him yourselves. You refused to let us bathe him because you wanted to do it yourself. He was your life partner for 57 years, and you were always at his side, like he was yours. I also want to say thank you to an individual who started off as our housekeeper, but who is permanently a family member. To Luki, Mom has renamed her Lindy. Lindy was the other daughter of my dad, and there was nothing that she would not do for him. Lindy, God bless you for everything that you did for Dad. Dad, I know that you are at rest now and that you are at peace. Our love and dedication to you, I hope, was evident when we were always at your side through your illness. Mom, the care that you gave to Dad will be forever etched into the memory of his soul. And so I say to you, Dad, go well, go, you are at peace now. And to you, Bhavan, I want to say to you, Ki Prabhu, तेरे द्वारे आया ये आप शांति दीजिए हे भगवान।
Thank you, Mom. Rosie, can you please?
It's really hard to see a final farewell to my dad. His journey in life was a fulfilled one, with nothing that I can think of that he was left to yearn for. Equally, he gave back to the people that filled his life. He was a good husband, a devoted father, an excellent educator, and an amazing grandfather. He gave his time to each of his children and grandchildren, and for that, we are eternally blessed and grateful. Each one of us has been left with priceless memories of Dad's adventures and experiences. Of course, each experience was highlighted with one of Dad's extraordinary stories. The last few years, however, of Dad's life was difficult for him. Illness overcame to him, and he depended on his family, more especially my mom and Wilkie, for his every need. Nevertheless, he forged on with whatever residual strength and courage he had left. I am grateful to all those that helped Dad with his care till the end, and to all those that gave me strength to cope. To my dad, thank you for your guidance, love, and care. I love you with all my heart, and I hope that I have done all that you have expected of me.
Thank you, Rosie. And so now, Sanam and Yashta, please come up. Nana's other grandchildren want to share some of their precious memories and thoughts which they have of him before we bid him farewell.
Namaste everyone. My Nana was my favorite teacher. My fondest memories are the opportunity to spend with him in the garden, learning about all his plants and all the creatures that Mama definitely didn't want us to pick up.
loved to say that he didn't play favorites, but Shivam was his favorite. He was Nana's favorite baby, his last grandchild, and I'm so grateful that each and every one of us got so much time with him. Nana enjoyed sharing poems and stories with us. My favorite was about the moon. I see the moon, and the moon sees me. God bless the moon, and God bless me. Nana, you bless us more than we could ever imagine. I hope that we've done you proud. I love you so much. Mom, please stay strong. We love you too. To say that I am lucky and proud to be one of Dada's grandchildren is an understatement. It is a challenge to speak today, to put into words the many things that I would like to say about him. Dada was our storyteller. I would stand there for hours and reminisce about all the stories Dada was either part of or he told, and for those who knew Dada, they would understand how long and captivating those stories could be. His memory never ceased to amaze me. He was able to recollect and tell each story with the most vivid details, even those of his younger days on the farm. Dada did everything that he could for us grandchildren, from driving us to and from school to teaching us how to eat sugarcane on the kitchen steps. He did so much for us that it was very difficult to understand and accept how little he was able to do in the end. We learned the famous phrase, "Don't eat it, it's not good," from Dada, which he jokingly used for every dish that he enjoyed. No one could beat Ma's cooking for Dada, and he was able to tell in a heartbeat if anyone else but Ma had cooked a meal for him. Even if we tried to trick him, he knew and would ask, "Who cooked?" Dada, as you wrote in a book that you once gifted to me, we ask the Lord to bless you as we pray for you today, to guide and protect you as you go along your way. Until we meet again, Dada, we love you. My precious Dada, you held my hand as a baby, walking us through every stage of our lives. Today was the most difficult for me to let go of your hand. Dada, for the past 5 years, my attachment to you grew stronger. Your amazing food plates, cucumber salads, and memories fell on our shoulders as we recreated them on a daily basis with such pride for you. Dada, these moments with you, for me, are so precious, and I am honored to have stood through this journey with you from day one with our entire Lutchmee Narain family. Bless you, Beta. Those were your daily words to me, Dada. And there I am blessed to be walking with such pride, holding the integrity of your name, Vivian and Lutchmee Narain. Daddy, you have big shoes to fill, and I know you will keep us united and keep the legacy going. My beautiful Ma, your dedication, love, and prayer has always been a strong foundation, not only for us, but for Dada too. Dada constantly calling of your name was a sign that he wanted his pillar by his side 24/7. Ma, we are so proud of all that you have done, and we will always be right by your side. Ma and Dada, we love you so much.
if you would rather.
We often talk about what a good mechanic like grandfather was. He was also a really good driver. And how I know is the day he went both ways, his driving test, a man named Adrian took him. Adrian looked at him and asked him, how many years have you been driving? I've gone from talking about 12. Adrian instructed him to drive to his town and pick up his brand new car. He got his license on the spot. He was the best driver I've ever met. There's many lessons we talk in life. The most important is how to be a good human being. We're talking about the 4 stages of life, about how the first 25 years you're a student. In the next 25, you're a parent. In the next 25, you're a grandparent and you're semi-retired. And then from 75 to 100, you're fully retired, you take care of your grandkids. My grandfather did every single part of his life to the best. He was the most smartest man I've ever met in my life. He was a great parent. He was the best grandfather. And in his final years, he was still there for us. Well, what did we really listen? Thank you.
Before we move back to prayer with our pageant group recently, I wanted to share one of Nana's favorite songs. And if you listen to the lyrics, I think you would all agree with me, for those of you who understand Hindi, that he really did live his life in this way. For those who did not understand the Hindi in this song, it says, man is but a traveler, coming and going through life. And on this journey of life, he creates and leaves many memories along his path. And I think that we would all agree that we have all shared some very precious memories with my Nana. We'll now go back into prayer with Papi Sangeet, and then I ask our dear Father G, Kamal G, to then guide us from there.
प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा जन्म मरण के मेरे तालना जन्म मरण के मेरे तालना मुक्ति दीजिए परमात्मा मुक्ति दीजिए परमात्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा हम सब मिलकर करते हैं प्रार्थना हम सब मिलकर करते हैं प्रार्थना साथ लीजिए परमात्मा साथ लीजिए परमात्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा प्रभु तेरे द्वारे आया है आत्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा शांति दीजिए परमात्मा सुख के सब साथी दुख में न होए सुख के सब साथी दुख में न होए मेरे राम जब सच्चे मन से लगन लगी, जब सच्चे मन से लगन लगी, भगवान मिलेंगे कभी न कभी, भगवान मिलेंगे कभी न कभी। चंदा न मिले सूरज न मिले, तारों से मिले
as Panditji leads us in the prayer to perform the last rites of our Nana.
ॐ गंगा यमुना गोदावरी सरस्वती च जलदा नर्मदाया नमो नमः। ॐ मध्यामुख कश्यप गोत्रोमुख प्रेतस्य विद्यानंद लक्ष्मी नारायण निवृत्त्वा उत्तम लोक प्राप्तं वैदकं करिष्ये। ओम पवित्रे स्तौ वैष्णव्यौ सवितुर्वः प्रसव उत्पुनां यच्चित्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यरश्मिभिः तस्य ते पवित्र पते पवित्र पूतस्य यत्कामहि पुनीतच्चकेयम्। ओम मध्यामुख कश्यप गोत्रोमुख प्रेत विद्यानंद लक्ष्मी नारायण मृथि स्थाने शवनिमितौ ब्रह्मदेवतौ वायेशते पिंडो मया दीयते तपोपतिष्ठताम्। ओम अनादिनी धनो देवशंक चक्र गदाधर अक्षय पुंडरीकाक्ष प्रेत मोक्ष प्रदो भव। ओम गंगा यमुना गोदावरी सरस्वती च जलदा नर्मदाया नमो नमः। ओम पवित्रे स्तौ वैष्णव्यौ सवितुर्वः प्रसव उत्पुनां यच्चित्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यरश्मिभिः तस्य ते पवित्र पते पवित्र पूतस्य कामहे पुनीतच्चकेयम्। ओम मध्यामुख कश्यप गोत्रोमुख प्रेत विद्यानंद लक्ष्मी नारायण द्वादशी पांत निमित्तौ ओम विष्णु देवता वा एषते पिंडो मया दीयते तपोपतिस्तताम्। गंगा यमुना गोदावरी सरस्वती च जलदा नर्मदाया नमो नमः। ओम पवित्रे स्तौ वैष्णव्यौ सवितुर्वः प्रसव उत्पुनां यच्चित्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यरश्मिभिः तस्य ते पवित्र पते पवित्र पूतस्य कामहि पुनीतच्चकेयम्। ओम मध्यामुख कश्यप गोत्रोमुख प्रेत विद्यानंद लक्ष्मी नारायण चत्वर केचर निमित्त एषते पिंडो मया दीयते तपोपतिस्तताम्। गंगा यमुना गोदावरी सरस्वती च जल्दा नर्मदाया नमो नमः। पवित्रे स्तौ वैष्णव्यौ सवितुर्वः रसभवत्पुनां यच्चित्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यरश्मिभिः तस्य ते पवित्रपते पवित्रपूतस्य कामिः पुनीतच्चिकीयम्। ॐ अद्यामुख कश्यप गोत्रमुख प्रेत विद्यानंद लक्ष्मी नारायण विश्रांतौ भूताम्ना रुद्र देवतौ वायेषते पिंडो मया दीयते तपोपतिस्ततामो।
Immortal souls, dear immortal souls, we have assembled here on a very sad occasion to bid farewell to our dear father, Vidyanand Lutchmee Narain. When the entire universe, the entire world prays to Bhagwan Sri Ram, it was upon this day that Vidyanand ji took his last breath. This journey, accorded by our ancient gurus, the profound name of Mukti, the day one is released from the entrapment of the body, of pain and pleasure, that day is known as Mukti, the day of liberation. When the Atma is released from the body, its consciousness expands to such an extent that it knows exactly what is going on in the other side as well as what is happening on this side. According to ancient Vedantic philosophy, the Atma experiences the tremendous force of love symbolized by light. This irresistible force draws the Atma to itself. As it crosses over, it feels a sense of love and safety. Those family members who have crossed over earlier are there to meet the Atma. Family and friends take solace in this, that on the other side, the experience is one of tremendous love. Unlike recent texts that may have described something else, but Vedantic philosophy is very clear. Even NDEs, near-death experiences, have clarified this fact. Those who had crossed over and were able to come back, they have described a very beautiful experience. An experience full of love. Family, friends, take solace in this. That when the time, the date has been fixed for us to leave, the best doctors can be around us, the greatest saints. The Atma has to cross over. Completing one chapter, death in itself is not an end, but rather just the closure of one chapter and the start of another. There was once a lady who was refusing to let go. And this has been recorded in the medical journal. And one day she told her family that she dreamt that the candle which she was burnt off, but on the other side of the window another candle started. And she was able to let go. Such is this cycle of life. The ancient gurus have given this journey the name of Mahaprasthana, the great journey. Our forefathers have all gone across this journey. We may not remember, our consciousness has the records. Every Atma has crossed over, gone through this Mahaprasthana, the quest for the higher goals of life, to find eternal truth. The day we come to a full understanding of life, we attain enlightenment, and the need to go through this process of the cycle comes to an end. I remember our dear Vidyanand, Lutchmee Narain. I know whenever we used to go to his place or even met him anywhere, he would make it his point to come and talk to you. If you ever want to learn legacy, then that is to make people feel good. Degrees and so on all come to an end at one particular time, but how you make people feel goes on and on. And I remember this continuous smile, always interested in discussing the greater knowledge of life. The spiritual traditions, remember when a senior person leaves our midst, they take with them an entire library, culture, tradition, an entire history is taken across. And I know for a fact that he passed a fair amount to his children. As they surrounded him, he made sure this great tradition and culture was passed on. Today, we salute this great soul as he crosses over to the next world. Let us pray to Paramatma to guide the Atma of Vidyanand, Lutchmee Narain, to give fortitude and courage to family and friends to be able to bear this grief. We have a beautiful mantra. Let's all chant together. Om Asatoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Prityorma Vritangamaya, which means that from eternal, this mantra is as old as the universe itself, recorded in one of the Vedas, which is about 10,000 BC. This mantra states that the Atma is always on his travel to find eternal bliss, to find eternity, immortality, which it is. Like in the Ramayana itself, as birds are made to fly, the rivers are made to flow, so is the Atma towards its duty to eventually attain moksha, the quest for the high goals of life. Let us pray to Paramatma. Om Tamadideva Purusha Puranasya Tamasya Vishwasya Paravam Nidhanam Vedansi Vidyam Cha Paranam Cha Dhamma
त्वया ततं विश्वमनानन्तरूप वसांसि जीर्णान् विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णान्यन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि न जायते मृत्यते वा कदाचित् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावक न चैनं क्लेद्यन्त्यापो न शोषति मारुतः जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्यु ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च तस्माद् परिहार्यते न त्वं शोचिषि तुमहर्षि. Bhagavan Sri Krishna explains in the Gita that the Atma is eternal. There is not a time that we can say that the Atma didn't exist and it will not exist in future. Wind, water, sharp weapons, fire, none can inflict any kind of injury upon the Atma. The Atma continues on his journey for the quest of the higher goals of life. One must note that as Hindus, we believe in evolution. So there is no such thing that in your next birth you will be born as a lower entity. Krishna clarifies this fact when Arjuna asks him the question. He says, why should I meditate and practice and do all these austerities, and when I die, the next birth I must start again? Krishna said, no. You start from where you left. Wherever we have left from, either coming back in the same dimension or moving on to further dimensions. Because of the bond of love, family and friends may come back again to enact the story of life. Not necessarily in this dimension, probably in other dimensions. Because the Atma is traveling towards the higher goals of life. And as Krishna explained, continuously progressing to the higher values of life. Let us pray to Paramatma to receive the Atma Vidyanand Lutchmee Narain, to bless the family and friends with strength and fortitude during this time. Om Yatma Paradayasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yaschaya Pritam Yasya Mrityoho Kasmi Deva Vishabhidema. Our sight, what we speak, our speech, all goes to various quarters of the universe. That is why it is always said, as we travel this journey, do whatever little good you can in your own little way, because what goes around comes around. Om Suryam Chakshur Gacchatu Vatmatma Dhyayam Cha Gaccha Prithavim Cha Dharmana Apo Va Gaccha Yadi Tatrati Imito Chadishu Pratishta Sharire Om. Let us all chant the Ram mantra. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Sri Ram Jai Ram members, you may come forward to offer your tributes. As they offer the floral tributes, the foreigners please be in readiness. As we prepare to take the casket into the little furnace room, remember, because of room space, just immediate family members will be accommodated. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank each one of you for being at the side of the Lutchmee Narain family at this important time in the life with the need and lost. Take this opportunity to thank you for your floral tributes and messages of condolences. Let us chant the Mahamantra how we may start. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Request family members to come at the floral tributes and foreigners to be readiness.
Shanti,
the grandchildren to please come forward. They would like to call Nana a special, I believe the pallbearers. Those of you journey at home now, wish you a safe journey home. Those of you waiting to be family members, you cannot wait in the single home. You have to wait just under the trees. And as soon as the DST samskar, that is the final rites is completed, they will come to meet you. Thank you. As we carry the casket, this chant. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.